I'm Bolger. We're going to have a chat about the new adjustable lanyard from Fixe. It's called the Manso. It consists of two main elements, which is one is the dynamic rope and the other is the locking mechanism, which is made up of two parts. Siurana was the last stronghold of the Moorish Empire. Due to its rocky landscape, it created this impenetrable fortress and took hundreds of years for the Christian invasion, which happened in the 12th century. Siurana is a village known for its resistance. Whether it be the Moorish Empire, the Christian invasion, the walls and the climbing, and the village is still here today. Its resistance against time is undefeatable. However, in addition to coming to Siurana to learn about history, people now come here to do something different too.
welcome to the 2026 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup season. We've got an amazing year lined up ahead of us, starting here in Cheongsong, South Korea, before we move over to Saas-Fee in Switzerland, and then overseas again, Longmont in America will host the penultimate round, and finally Edmonton in Canada will finish things off. So I'm here with French climber Marion, and of course you are back this year because you happened to be pregnant last season. So how is baby life and how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm like now I have a 8-month child, and I'm really glad to be back. I've been thinking about this season for a while now, and when I've been pregnant, I was already focused on the next season, so I've done all the job, and now I think I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, I have a new body, and I'm different, and I'm climbing differently than before. In many ways, I mean, I have maybe more urgency in my climb, and yeah, I want to get faster. And my abs, it's a bit hard from pregnancy, but I'm like doing something else to still move.
So I found Benjamin, who is always one of the favourites to win these competitions, but you've had an interesting off-season, haven't you? Tell us about it.
Yeah, exactly. So in August I had an injury. I broke my ankle and I had to undergo surgery. And so now it's just like coming back to the competition circuit and trying to do my best, but it's still not really fine.
You've underplayed this a bit because you've got 5 screws in your ankle, and in ice climbing obviously you were kicking into the wall. Surely that's going to be painful.
Yeah, well, sometimes it hurts, but sometimes it's okay, and I try to not kick too much. So let's say kind of walking up the wall, which is not always easy because the moves are quite technical sometimes, but so far it worked out pretty well, and I'm looking forward to every move I can do.
Well, it's fantastic to have you back. I'm sorry about the injury, but you were looking strong out there, so fingers crossed for the season.
Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to South Korea for the final of this incredible start to 2026. As you can see, the sun is out, although the cold temperatures that we saw this morning certainly gave the athletes something to think about as the wind whistled through our stadium earlier on. And we are just finishing up the pre-competition entertainment. We've got a singer on stage, but backstage in the isolation area, 16 athletes are waiting, warming up, and it's an absolute pleasure to announce my co-commentator here today. So Emir, just introduce yourself to the world. Who are you? What do you do?
Hi Matt, thanks very much for having me here today. So I am one of the competition ice climbers, and I am not in the final today, so I compete for Ireland, and yeah, I'm here to kind of give you a little bit of support and a little bit of information about the athletes, and just to enjoy the moment here in Cheongsong.
You didn't make finals, but you were so close. 1 hold away, is that right?
Yeah, you know, it went down to count back in the end. There's a few of us came off at the same point, but it wasn't meant to be for me today. I think the girls who made it through, they all climbed better than me yesterday, so I'm really happy for all of them, and yeah.
Emir, you have so much support on YouTube especially, and I know once people realise it's your voice, they're going to be sending lots of comments. So send some love to Emir, please. And hello to Noah, who is joining us from the semi-finals earlier on. We've got someone from India, Travel Knowledge, part of the West Bengal Climbing Club. Hello, how you doing? Hello, Laura, welcome back as well. And do send us any questions you might have about the competition, or if you'd like to find out about ice climbing in Ireland, then I'm sure Emir can help. And Emir's Instagram is on screen right now, so go and give her a follow, please. Okay, Emir, start of the season. Tell me a little bit about the vibe at the moment in the athletes, because when I walked into that hotel the other day, I was like, it feels like going back to school for the first time. How's everyone feeling?
Well, it feels just like that. Everybody's a bit nervous. This is the first big competition of the season. We've had a lot of Continental Cups, but not everyone was taking part in those. So we're like a big happy family, and it's really nice to get back and to see each other again, but at the same time we're here for competition. So I guess everybody's a bit apprehensive, wondering, have they trained enough? Are they up to the grade? What has everybody else been doing for the year? So yeah, a bit of a mixed emotions.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking at the ice behind our climbing wall now. The competition, although it is called ice climbing, it's mainly on dry tooling holds, although we do have some ice barrels up on the wall, and we have some very special holds that we'll be chatting about later on. This whole area is a national park. There's lots of climbing around, especially ice climbing, as you can see. So if you're in Cheongsong and you fancy doing some of this, then do check out the tourist board for all the information. Okay, so this is how we've got to this stage. Qualifying was yesterday, where 50 plus athletes were trying to get just 16 semi-finals places. Those 16 competed this morning. We whittled them down to just 8, and our top 8 are minutes away from climbing. Ice climbing is pretty simple. You start at the bottom, you finish at the top, but there are lots of intricacies and rules along the way, and myself and Emil will be taking you through everything, so do not panic. As we can see, the men's final, these are the athletes, and Wilson Whitley, we've got to talk about him, Emil, because you were finding out some info from his dad, weren't you?
Yeah, Wilson, I think, he's kind of one of the up-and-coming stars of ice climbing. He competes for the US, and he's just one of the nicest kids as well. Like, he loves the competition. He loves ice climbing. His background as well. He's a 514 sport climber. He's only 17 years old. He was in the national US sports climbing team for some time, and now he's switched to ice climbing, and he loves it. He went to Europe this summer and went on a complete rampage, just flashing all the hardest dry tooling routes that exist in the world at the moment. So he's one of the people we're looking towards for the future of the sport, and he climbs so gracefully. For his age, he just has a kind of old head and young shoulders.
Yeah, and he was great in semi-finals. I mean, he came out fairly early, and you never know quite what to expect, but he sort of stamped his mark down and managed to get the last spot here. But at the other end of the scale, Reza Safdarian qualifying in the top spot, Luna Ladavant just after that, then Youngyeon Lee. There's some big names in this men's final here.
There are, yeah, and they're all very capable of making it to the top, so it's going to be very hard to know who's going to get those podium spots. Strong climbers from France, the Ladavant brothers. Youngyeon Lee, also Minchul here, who's in the camera, is really making his mark in the Korean scene. So, yeah, it's anyone's game.
It really is. And we're watching the observation period. This took place before the broadcast. And you can see, by the way, the UIAA Instagram down on the bottom left. So while you're following Emir, make sure you follow the UIAA as well. Now, it is the women up first. We're seeing shots of the men observation, but the women will be climbing first. And Emir, look, you've been in this situation many times. What are the athletes doing right now?
So this is a period of route finding. So it's normally 8 minutes, and everyone is in isolation when the route setters are making the routes, and then you come out and you have 8 minutes to view the route and to make notes and just figure out how you're going to climb it. So you'll see them here, they have some binoculars, so they're trying to look up in close detail to see the different holes. Some people have paper and pen, and they're drawing pictures of the route. Some other people are just kind of memorizing, looking for the cruxes. But this is your chance to kind of get information, and then everyone goes back into isolation, and which is kind of nice. There is a bit of sharing of information between the different teams, and we go through the routes together, and there's always things that you're unsure of, and sometimes you come out and you're just questioning everything, and so it's a really useful time, because you want to kind of work out sequences and
Yeah, get on it. Well, we are about to get on it, because Sung-Young Park is about to pull onto the wall for her finals. Did really well to get to this stage, squeezed into this last position, and very quick off the blocks, Emir, so she's straight away into these starting moves. Do you tend to start quite quickly like this to settle some nerves down?
Well, for me, I've never been known as a fast climber, so I normally start quite slowly, because you can quite easily make a mistake in the first few holes, and I think one of our American climbers, Corey Bouet, made that mistake in the semi-finals, and it depends. But at the same time, it's finals. You want to go for it, so Sun Young here, she seems to be starting off with great confidence.
Yeah, she's straight away into this Steinpool section as well. The women's route starts vertical, it gets gradually more overhanging, and then a big long traverse left on ice barrels, which will be interesting for the women. So nice and secure down low at the moment. She's got 7.5 minutes on the clock, and the clock is pretty accurate. It might be a couple of seconds out either way, but it's a guide for you watching at home. And if you are watching, remember you can see us some messages, and hello to everyone who is commenting already. And a lot of people will talk about the SM holds that are on the main wall, and we'll chat about those when the men's competition starts. Okay, so Emi, when you were looking at this route, you thought sort of, not easy, that's the wrong word, but a fairly straightforward start.
Well, I think the style in Korean, the finals in particular, you know, they want everyone to climb well and, you know, to get quite far up the route. And the finals often, you know, they make it kind of gradually more difficult as you move up. So you kind of expect the start to be a little bit of a warm-up. And the wall is so big as well. You have a lot of ground to cover. But you know, you can't get complacent either. That's the thing.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? And I mean, I've heard so many athletes tell me that semi-finals is the stressful one. Once you get that out of the way and you're into finals, then it's time to just let go and go for these more uncertain moves, perhaps. And Seung-yeon Park is doing really well at the moment. So, and we should shout out our main sponsor as well, because all the quick draws on all the ropes Fixe holds, and they've come in as one of our sponsors this year. Okay, up towards the edge of the wall now. You can see our photographer poised, and the ice barrels. And Emi, look, this is a chance to get wet and cold, isn't it, on those things?
Yeah, you know, the ice barrels, they kind of look straightforward, but when you're up there, you can get kind of completely disorientated. And you want to start moving quickly because the pump just sets in really fast.
Well, she's launched across the first one, hooks the top of the barrel. Got to be careful here. There's not really much to be had for feet through this section. And she's not really using it, although now comes into the plywood again on the left-hand side. And this traverse just seems to go on forever. It's all the way from the far right into the middle of the wall. She's got plenty of time at the moment, 5:14 on the clock here. I'm trying to see what this next hold is. Oh my goodness.
It's quite a good one. Front point. And Sun Young's moving really fast. Actually, I just found out today that she originally started in speed climbing, so that's why she's very fast in lead.
Yeah, this is the first time she has actually paused and shakes out for a minute, checks the time. Less than 5 minutes on the clock now. And out she goes into the third ice barrel available. The conditions this year are a little bit colder than last year, so these ice barrels are sort of staying frozen, which is nice, so no dripping water for the athletes, or less anyway. Flicks those legs over to make this traverse. And it's so tricky, you can see the little bit of swing in these barrels. It makes clipping quite difficult, especially with the long quick draw when they're moving as well.
Yeah, totally. It's you kind of want to get on the barrels and off the barrels as fast as you can. And the rope drag, like at the semi-finals, the rope drag was immense. So that's kind of hard to manage as well.
Yeah, we were watching some athletes really hauling that rope through, not ideal. And hopefully it won't be the same in this route. Certainly it's a little less restrictive in terms of the barrels that seem to get caught up on the rope during that semi-final. Now this is a steep part of the wall, kind of 3 changes in angle. And the wall continues way up above her head. And it's almost a bat hang here on this ice barrel.
I've seen Sun Young do this before. This is kind of a special move of hers, I think. But she's trying to get something back before she moves up onto the head wall. It's pretty smart.
My calves are freezing in sympathy here, but she's wiggling her way across and now finally gets away from the ice barrel and she'll launch into the overhang section. This route does seem to be one of those. It's all about speed on this, isn't it? No really hard cruxes so far from what it looks like.
Yeah, and she's reading the route pretty well. You know, she's moving very efficiently. She's getting the figure 4s and figure 9s all in the right order. But she still has a good bit of ground to go.
Yeah, this is when the fitness will start to count here as she leaves the overhang. How much has she got into the tank? The scoreboard on the left-hand side, 24 at the moment. She will obviously be in first position as the first athlete out. And making those clips. Just 3 quick draws to go before the final one. And the rules have changed on a top. We'll talk about that when we get there. But right now, she's just on this angle change again. And how blind do you think that is? Because I know she's looked at the route, but that hold up on the blue volume on the right seems kind of out of vision.
Yeah, like I kind of feel that, you know, there's definitely going to be a few holes that she is not sure of, and you just kind of have to go there. And sometimes you actually just kind of have to fail with your ice axe, and you have to make a decision to go or not to go. And yeah, it's part of the sport.
Yeah, I am continuously in awe of what you do, but that left axe seemed to ping there for a second. Down she comes with a bit of a smile. It happened. It's always, I mean, we'll see in the replay, but sometimes you sort of ping because you're really, really pumped and it doesn't quite work. Sometimes it just rips because that's life. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, like I'm not sure. She definitely seemed to have a bit of a pump, but yeah, she does look tired. I think she put in a huge effort there. She was moving really fast. And I think a great job as our first competitor out.
Yeah, there's a lot of people commenting on her speed. Ethan saying she's very good and how fast she is. Jory, welcome back, Jory. I hope you've slept. We had a gentleman on. That was it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel as if she slept, but I feel as if she was a little bit pumped as well. So.
Right, so we turn our attention over to the left-hand side of the wall. Wilson Whitley is on. This is the 17-year-old who might be one to watch in the future. As Emir said earlier on, he's been sending some hard routes across Europe, part of Team USA, and he climbs so brilliantly in semi-finals. So, YouTube, come on. I know there's a lot of USA people watching this stream. Let's give some support to him. And a brutal start straight away for the men here.
Yeah, that seems to be quite hard, but Wilson's making light work of it, as you can see.
Yeah, you tend to find people who are first-time finalists, it tends to go one of two ways. They either sort of have no inhibitions and leave, you know, they do fantastically well, or the pressure gets to them.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see with him.
Yeah, I think with Wilson, he's just such a cool head, and when you're talking to him, he's very chill, and yeah, that's his climbing style, and he's very strong as well.
Yeah, big lock off there. Searches around for the sweet spot of that hold. Now gets it. And kept his foot there. Well, he removed the tool as well. Makes the match. Yeah, there's some big moves in this men's routes. And it goes all the way up into the middle of the wall where our SM holds await the Danchong holds, which you'll be able to see in a couple of seconds.
And so these holes that he's on are actually made by the same manufacturer. SM holes. So they brought in a lot of new holes to the scene in the last couple of years, and yeah, they've been really great to climb on. And there's always development in the sport. I think that's what's great. Every year we're seeing something new.
Yeah, we could just see those holds that are coming up, the colourful hexagon pattern. But he's got quite a lot of climbing to go before he gets there here. He's, feet skittering around there. Managed to save it, though. And then trying to find a little bit of purchase on the edge of that wall. The ice barrel awaits, and he goes all the way up to the top of it. And hacks in. And Emi, that's a fairly new rule, the ability to swing, right?
Swing into the ice?
Yeah.
No, it's always kind of been allowed to swing into the ice, but for fairness, the ice is normally drilled, because if the ice changes and then it's inconsistent for each competitor.
Oh, he's just stretching up to that one. Yeah, we were watching, I can't remember who it was, kind of shattering the barrel on top by swinging in during the semi-final, so I hope that barrel's been checked. But this is right at the edge of his reach. This is so hard, isn't it?
Part of the crux as well, sometimes clipping.
Yeah, and then you can see trying to pick up the pace to counteract those seconds wasted stretching up for that hold. And there's a very complicated section coming up through these ice barrels, and we saw in semi-finals especially people getting really tangled up through these moves. As you said earlier, it's the 3D nature of it. You get a bit lost sometimes.
You do, completely. And it feels a little bit different when you're up there. And these barrels don't swing so badly, but you still, if you don't get the clip, the first second go, it can take a lot of your energy.
Well, there are those holds everyone's talking about. They were on display during the World Climbing World Champs back in autumn in Seoul. The pattern takes after a silk pattern, a traditional Korean silk pattern, and they are rather beautiful. All right, so here we go. This is the complicated part, and you can see already a little bit of a twist in the barrel means he spins around. You've got to be careful not to get tangled up in the rope, which he is a little, but he manages to unwind himself.
And here, you know, you're trying to get the right sequence of the figure 4s and figure 9s to where you're moving and get the clips in order. And it's easy climbing in a way because it's not so technical, but like then you're coming on to the more technical terrain, as we saw with Sun Young, and smaller holds, and it's been able to hold that pump and being able to still be very precise with your tools. That's what kind of...
Well, this is the precision needed, isn't it?
That's it.
And he launches upwards. That's one of the screws sticking out the wall. It amazes me when we see the close-up shots like that.
Which is actually a really good hold.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
Some people watching this will think it's a horrible-looking hole, but for the ice climbers, it's something they're more than used to. Okay, head wall time then. This looms above the stadium, and quite a lot of climbing still to go. He's on clip 14. He's got to get up to clip 20, and then the top after that. Sliding around and kicking in. I suppose this is the good thing about these volumes is you can kick into the front of it like that because it is wood.
It kind of feels a bit wrong kicking into those beautiful lotus flower symbols, but
hey, I mean, it's an opportunity for a bit of destruction. It's always fun, especially at 17. All right, so up he goes. Horizontal. That's a really interesting right foot placement there. Very, very high on the wall. And it's interesting with these holes because you sort of lose the actual holds in amongst all the colour, and it's kind of a bit disorientating sometimes.
Like I imagine he's read the route quite well. He knows where they are, but yeah.
Yeah, Jory is just commentating saying pretty volumes but a shame to kick into it. Yeah, we feel you. They are, aren't they? All right, so he pauses now. He's had a good run so far and still got about 2 minutes left on the clock here. He will have to pick up the pace just a little bit, I think.
He's trying to find hard to find the point here, and I'm not sure if that's it. No.
You could start to see it coming a little bit in the way he was moving, I think.
You know what? It is really hard to stay composed because the pump is definitely there, and you're reaching out for something and you're not sure exactly what it is, and like that was a little bit more of a side hold, but he couldn't see, so he was just feeling with ice axe. And like you kind of need the same dexterity as if it's your finger reaching out to touch that. But yeah, he did great. He kept moving. He had to go for it.
Yeah, I was really impressed with his pacing. You know, he slowed it down when he needed to, sped up in sections, and it was a good run for him. And of course, provisional first at the moment. 7 to go then. And this was the hold he maybe didn't quite get right. Yeah. Full commitment from him though on that.
Completely, yeah. He did great.
Good question for you, Emma, coming through. As we're just watching Haejun Kim underway, are there different kind of ice picks and shoes in the same way as there are different rock climbing shoes?
There are so many different types of ice picks and ice tools on the market, and yeah, like there's, as you can see, the tools here are slightly different than the ones previously. We have a box, and that's kind of, our ice tools have to fit into a certain size box. And there's been a lot of innovation in that kind of area over the last few years. So you'll see a lot of different types of tools and picks.
Yeah, for all you gear geeks out there, ice climbing is a whole new world of equipment. So you better have deep wallets.
And an expensive one, I would say too.
All right, well, she's easily through the first quarter of this route now, climbing with full confidence through these slightly easier holds down low. It's a good time to pick up some speed.
Haejun, they're like modified nomics that she's climbing with, so I think, and she's using a variant pick, which are new picks that Hyunsub Lim in Korea has just brought into the market this year. So they're the kind of hot product for purchase.
Oh, I like this. I love all the gossip that goes on. The amount of Instagram pictures from athletes showing off their new shiny tools every year is great. Up to quick draw number 7 then. Makes the double clip here. All eyes on her. especially from the South Korean crowd who will be cheering on their local heroes.
And Haejun, it's her first final here in Cheongsong, but she's such a strong climber. She's a really strong boulder, and I think she trains harder than anyone. She's just known for her really good work ethic, and she's one of the nicest people as well. And it's great to see her here in the finals. And
yeah, 100%. We are the big Korean squad, because it's their home World Cup. They can bring some more climbers in. I think they've got 9 per gender, right? Am I correct about that? Or is it 9 overall?
For the home, the hosting nation, they get 9 per gender, and they have a full team out.
All right, ice barrel time for her then, as she leans into the first of these barrels. And we chatted to Annetta when she came off the wall earlier on, and she was saying how the ice was getting a little bit chewy up there. She got her pick actually stuck deep in the ice.
Yeah, I think it's the depth of the barrel. You have to be kind of very careful that you don't. Yeah, the ice axes can wedge. It happened to 2 of the girls in the semi-finals.
And of course the holes will get deeper as well the more people who use them.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's all kind of like it's your own management of your tools as well. Like it's kind of hard, but yeah, you have to be able to deal with the kind of unexpected.
Absolutely. Well, she's aiming for 28. The athletes, of course, are kept in isolation, so they don't know the score of the previous competitor. You can sometimes guess, but because we have men and then women, it's quite hard to sort of have an idea of where you are in the rankings. So she'll be going into this fairly blind right now.
Yeah, well, you can always know if people are going out very fast, you know, that there's a crook slowdown and people are falling. But if people are using their time, that kind of gives you an indication that you got to keep moving fast. So...
All right, well, over she goes, one arm on, right foot kind of hanging just about into the ice barrel. And then this log mounted horizontally on the wall. And this sort of Fig 4, Fig 9 thing, just explain that a little bit for those who don't understand that.
Well, the Figure 4, Figure 9, it's like, I suppose it's a technique that's used mainly in ice climbing, and it's a way to traverse. It's used like in areas like this. It's also kind of used if you're moving upwards on a very, very delicate hold, that you're able to put your weight down in the hold. Yeah, it's kind of one of those moves. It can be like, this is quite a hard move up off that's Figure 9. Oh. So this is a Figure 4, so it's opposite foot and arm. And now she's going into another Figure 4, which kind of looks like a Figure 4 there. But it's the sort of thing it takes a little bit more time to do Figure 4s, and it can take a lot more energy. But in the roof here, it's part of the sport,
yeah.
You know.
It's pretty important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something the athletes will learn early on here. All right, so she cuts loose, clicks that leg around the rope, and then goes really, really high with those feet. Nearing the high point, 24, just a few more to go towards 28, and plenty of time, just under 3 minutes left here.
Yeah, I think with Haejun, like, she doesn't look as if she's climbing fast, but she's just constantly moving, and I think that's her style, and you would see she does have quite a bit of time left.
Yes, she does. So there is the head wall and the ice barrel and the top. The rule about matching the final hold no longer exists, so all the athletes need to do is clip the last quick draw, and theoretically you could do that from below the last hold, and we see that in world climbing competitions. But with ice climbing, obviously the reaches are a bit further, so I think it's going to be unlikely to clip it off the second to last one. Yeah,
like, I think it's a route setter thing. This is a new rule that's in this year, and there is a bit of kind of contention whether this rule is a rule that we're going to keep for ice climbing or not, but it's been trialled for a year to see, because previously you had to match your two tools at the top, and it kind of made sense because you bring your tools to the top of the route, whereas with the new rule you could actually leave your tool a little on a lower hold and clip. Yeah. So yeah, it's in trial. Yes, let's see. That's a good way of putting it. But it's here for this year, so yeah. Well, she's doing really well here. Has moved into the top spot, so she matches it. And now she'll move past. So, uncharted territory right now. She comes around the big blue volume.
Drags that rope through. There isn't too much rope drag from what I'm seeing on the line of the rope. It looks better than that semi-route.
Yeah. She's pretty strong as well, though, so we're maybe not seeing.
Well, she can haul it up, you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Two
So
clips
as
to
you
go.
can see here now, this is the kind of style for setting. That's a pretty small hole that she's on. And to be able to kind of hold composure is what it's all about now.
And she's got a lot of time, about a minute here to complete this
does.
sequence. Yeah, darkness is beginning to start to settle in. It's only 3 o'clock, but winter is a brutal time here in South Korea. You can see our spotlight picking her out and the ice wall behind our structure.
You see the wind starting to lift at the back as well. I'm sure she's feeling it up there.
Yes, I hate that feeling when you're being blown around. The tall pings. She manages to catch it on the way down. Full commitment, but her run is done on 33 is the new high point for the women. And that was a good effort. Deep,
that really
deep breaths.
was. Yeah, she did great.
Is it
And
hard
she
to breathe when it is that cold?
It can be, and it can be kind of hard to breathe as well when you're competing, because sometimes that's a hard thing to remind yourself. And you do have to remind yourself. I'm not sure how they're feeling the cold up there. Like sometimes if your hands get cold, like that can be, just really hard to recover from that, because you're basically just climbing. You don't have any feeling.
All right, well, someone who will be battling against the cold and win next is Tristan Ladevant, one of the two Ladevant brothers, both of who got into this final here tonight. I was chatting to them on the bus on the way here. They were saying how they've been training all year. They didn't go on an expedition this year. They've just been dedicated to this. And, that can also put pressure on you, though, when you really put your whole season into the next season. It's, you want to see results.
For sure. And, the Luna and Tristan, like they're full-time athletes as well. They're really strong rock climbers. They do a lot of expedition climbing, and if they're going to compete in the World Cup, they are going to give it everything. So it's great though to have them in the competition. They're just really good competitors. They're a really good part of the community, and it's great to see them climb.
Yeah, it is. Of course,
Yeah.
France will be hosting the 2030 Olympics, which ice climbing is trying to get into. We spoke to Rob Adey about that earlier on during the semi-finals, and he was telling us more about the time frames, how we should hopefully, fingers crossed, know maybe around about June time whether things are confirmed, but we'll wait and see on that one.
Yeah, but we're closer than we've ever been, and we have a lot of people working really hard. Etienne Grillo in France is really pushing it, and the French team are really strong. The federation, the organisers in Champagny, our World Cup venue, we're really hopeful.
Yep, it'd be amazing to see it. I think it deserves a spot for sure. Okay, so Tristan on the traverse right now, drifts all the way to the middle of the wall where there's SM holds weight. No issues for Tristan at all so far. And you can see this is a good shot to show the holes drilled in the top of the barrel as well. You're not allowed to use the chains that are attached to it.
No, but it can be hard to find the hole at the top as well, because you're looking from below. It's very easy for us to see it from here. But I know in the semi-final people were finding that difficult.
That was the clip that called Wilson some problems. Tristan moves through it a little bit quicker. Good work from him so far. And you can see the speed wall in the middle of the structure there. That took place last night. You can watch it for free on the UIAA YouTube channel. Ooh, caught in two minds there. Almost wanted to stretch around the corner. Changed his mind and did this cross.
Yeah,
got to clip that draw though, right?
Yeah, he can.
There you go.
Nice. I suppose he's just trying to think the most efficient way. And I think that's what's interesting about ice climbing, that, what's different with sports climbing is there are such a variety of ways, and everybody will do it slightly different, whether, they're using long handles, whether they're matching tools, whether they're figure fouring, they're going direct.
It's nice to see some personality in the climbing, how an athlete deals with the problems set in front of them. I like to see that too. If it's in a physical way, if they're just tiptoeing across the holds, it's great to see. But the ice barrels And he's right in the middle of them now. Gotta figure out these moves. Right, so he drops down first of all, just checks. And 4 minutes comes up on the clock.
Yeah, it's quite a long head wall when you look at it from here. But 4 minutes, yeah, he has time.
Yeah, Ethan is saying on YouTube about how long the route is. Yes, it is indeed. It just goes on forever. I've heard 30 metres in terms of the wiggling around on the wall, but I'm not too sure exactly.
Yeah, like I well believe that. Like that's like the Korean kind of style. Like every World Cup venue is slightly different. Korea is very much, it's a power endurance route, and especially with the finals, you know, they want to showcase the wall, and the climbers are happy, I think, as well, to get the maximum amount of climbing.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to fly across the world to Korea, you want to have some time on a wall, don't you?
That's it.
So Tristan's doing well. Right, into the head wall if he can latch this next move, which is a big one, but a fairly good hold. And so far, only one puncture mark in the beautiful SM holds, but I'm sure he's going to put a few more in there. Right, so one clip done. Wilson got 24.2. Tristan edging closer right at the second here. Locks it off nicely. And Emi, that double grip he's using, like a lot of tools have that, but he also has a triple handle on it.
It does, yeah. My tools I'm using, actually, Wilson was using the same ones. Okay. They're called Jet B, and I designed them with a team in Korea when I lived in Korea. So they're the same size, but just there is a higher, not a higher position, but just a different configuration. I like the 3 grips, you know, I've kind of got used to it now, so everyone's preference.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone has a different style, don't they, as we discussed. Right, this floating Stein pull with the right hand, really physical, big shouldery move here.
Quite intense.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. It's almost a front lever on the wall. Abs in action here as he locks that core off.
And we are coming on to quite a delicate little side hold where you're kind of having to keep the tension in towards the wall.
Well, Tristan has lots of time left. 1 minute 40 on the clock here, and he's just 0.2 behind Wilson Whitley's high point, which will push him down into provisional second. Big move needed here, though. Stretches up nicely into this sequence.
Yeah, so as you can see, he's kind of got it more. Oh, lucky.
That was about as close as you can get to not falling off.
Yeah.
But sorry, to falling off, but it's not falling off there.
Yeah, and sometimes that's it in a nice climb, and it's like you're kind of going, oh, it's a
big fall, isn't it? Yeah. He was ignoring that clip, getting pumped, went for the points, and down he comes. And I still have a bone to pick with you as well for doing that last year, because you terrified me last year. Do you remember when you climbed miles above a quick draw?
Well, it wasn't that far.
No, it was, Amy. It was awful. And I got PTSD because I watched it again on the bus because they were playing it, and I was watching you do the same thing, and I remember having sweaty fingers.
Do you know, I can't, well, I knew that it was a safe fall, and I just really, for me, I just wanted to get to the next hold.
Yeah.
And then I got there, and yeah, I think that's the thing in the competition. I think with none of us, we're all, of course, we're looking at the safety aspect of it, but yeah.
Yeah, you just have no fear. It's fine.
Well,
it's just you terrify everyone else, but that's all right. All right, Kat Shirley supporters, come on, where are you? I know you're watching this, and she is one of your favourites. Kat has been dealing with a bit of a cold last couple of days. Has been more quiet than she usually is, sort of saving some energy, I feel.
Yeah. She's still climbing really well. You know, that's what amazes me, is kind of sickness is something that actually comes with the competition. I think it's because people have been training so hard, and then we're all kind of traveling together and taking a lot of different flights and stuff, and there's always some sickness, but people are still able to climb to the top level regardless. And you know, Kat she's definitely showing that, and she was in the podium in speed yesterday, and
yeah, more than capable regardless of illness. She climbs out of the climbing Coop in Boulder, Colorado, and I'm sure a lot of athletes will be there when we go to Longmont for the USA side of this competition.
Kat really is kind of a star of the US climbing. I think she's got 10 podium medals. And
Wow.
she's a speed and lead climber. I met her for the first time back in 2017. She was competing in the Youth World Championship in France. And yeah, she's just another one she loves the sport, and she's climbing really well. She's really strong, and she's kind of, the next generation.
Yeah,
So
she is. And a big inspiration to a lot of people. I think people see her climb and think, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. Like, she's really inspiring people, so that's great. And so much support on YouTube. Brian says Queen. In fact, Brian says many, many things. Best friend. I hope you are, Brian. It's just not randomly commenting on YouTube. That would be a bit weird. I believe you, Brian. I believe you. So, Kat on the traverse section are about to come into it anyway, off the side wall, and she'll start to go left here. And you can see the leaderboard, 33. Good spacing, good separation so far from our two athletes.
And Kat was actually, I think, the first American. She won the first American medal in lead. And, that kind of breaks the boundary then for the nation, because you can see now the US team is just,
That's
once one
massive.
person does it, then, you can see it's possible, and they have such a strong team developing.
And she's using your tools, am I correct on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say they're my tools.
They are definitely your tools.
Well,
Claim them.
I'm the E and the Jet B.
They're your tools then.
But yeah, and she loves them. She said this really suit her style of climbing.
That's good. That right axe twisted in the ice there for a second, but she managed to save it. Gets the legs over. Smooth stuff so far from Kat. This is looking good.
Yeah, she's climbing really well.
Sorry, Brian. It's not Brian, is it? It's Bryn. Fair enough. I read that as Brian. That's how my brain works. Bryn on YouTube is her biggest fan. Okay. And now that's interesting. So not using those intermediate holes on the ice bar, just did the big stretch.
That's kind of smart. Well, she has if she's confident she can make the move, that's the smarter way to do it. But sometimes you take the chance and you reach too far, and if you don't have enough power to execute the move, then it could go wrong for you. But I think power is one thing that Kat is not lacking. So
No, exactly. And self-confidence as well. Like, when she commits to a move, she knows she's going to try to go for it. So it's good from her, and save some time as well. Although she hasn't really stopped yet. So hopefully she can have a bit of a breathe and a rest, maybe now.
And Kat did.
She's
skipping
skipping a hole.
Maybe I'm not sure if she's
I don't think
it.
she's seen it, yeah.
Oh,
So this can happen.
yeah.
And in fact, we've got a lady sitting next to us who's done it. Forgetting a hold, but we will. Marianne is sitting next to me here in the commentary box. Yeah, she shut her eyes. I'm going to be quiet. So, Kat, now can she spot? She still hasn't spotted it. Now she gets it. Not quite.
That's a big move, but she stuck it.
Yeah, I'd love to know if she just thought, you know what, I'm just going to skip this hold, or whether that was a mistake. Well, not a mistake, but not seeing the hold.
We'll have
to ask, won't we? Yep.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, she's through. Will it have cost her some energy? She's so far in bronze provisional position on 26. 33 we get up to provisional gold. Similar move to the men's here on the same section. Quite shouldery.
It is, yeah. You have to keep a lot of tension.
Yeah, and precision on this next hold as well.
Big, nice. Oh, they block off. Oh, and she held it.
Yeah, almost barn dooring off there, but as you say, stuck that leg out, stop the swing. Okay, business time for Kat Shirley. She moves into provisional silver. Jory says holds are optional. Yep.
Yeah.
Fair.
They are, yeah. Yeah, you can skip a hold. There's no penalty.
And you can use your hands on the holds as well. It's sometimes it's kind of built into the route.
And actually, that's a rule that changed this year. Previously, you would only get the point when you touched the hold with your ice axe. But because of the development of the sport, like, you know, it's in kind of for more mixed climbing, the rule was changed this year that to kind of allow more development in the route setting, that you can use your hands.
Yeah, I liked it. I was always
you do get a score for it.
Yeah, it always kind of confused me that, you know, you're clearly using a hole, but you're not getting the points for it. So I'm kind of glad that rule is there. So Kat shakes out those arms now. 1 minute 48. She's given herself lots of time at the top here to finish this route.
She really is. She was trying to get rid of a little bit of the pump before she moves on. She knows this is quite a big move, but she's got it.
32, 1 point below
Kat.
gold.
So you see a lot of these kind of side holes that are you really have to like keep pressure into the wall, and that's kind of a Korean style. It's called a yanggap, a side hang, and they were the Koreans were the first to kind of use this in ice climbing, and so actually now most people call it a yanggap, which is the Korean name for it. She's very near the top here.
Yeah, what do you think here? A little bit of a pop to that ice barrel, or can she stretch over, do you think?
I think it's a bit of a jump.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a big last move to come, and Kat Shirley, if she can get this, and she's got so much time, this might be a podium place, you never know here. Great run from her. Right, got to be precise, but it's a big hole she's going for.
Oh, she got it, nice.
Well, the audience gasping beneath her. All she needs to do is get this in, and that will count. Come on. No, not yet. Oh, come on, Kat, get it in. There we go.
Nice.
Okay, so the route finished with about 30 seconds left on the clock for Kat. What a fight back, considering she wasn't feeling 100%. That is a fantastic result from her. So happy.
Unbelievable. Well done, Kat.
I think she's got, the tool wrapped around the rope there a little bit. Sorts it out, and down she comes. Great performance from Kat Shirley.
Great job.
Brilliant stuff. Guys, hammer that heart button on YouTube if you enjoyed that performance from Kat. She'll be able to have a look later on and see those hearts come through. Oh, feel motion sick. Right, back on the ground. Felt like an athlete for a second.
I was chatting to Kat, and she wasn't sure she would do speed yesterday because she wasn't feeling well, and she thought she would just rest. But then she said she has to remind herself when you travel the whole way across the world to be here, that you got to take every chance and opportunity, and it's great to see that she was able to climb so well last night and then come out and do it again today.
Yeah, she has done brilliantly there. Well, back to the ground for Kat. She was athlete number 3 out, 8 in total to climb, so it's still all up in the air. Okay, right, this is another Korean athlete. Chol Kim Min is out and about, and he had a good semi-finals as well earlier on today. Melina in the mountain says, screaming, amazing work, Cats. Bryn. Yes, Cats. Lots of support coming.
Yeah, so Min Chol is actually, he's having a really great season, and he has been, I think, ice climbing, I'm not sure for how many years, but he's kind of famous in Korea now. He was part of a Korean TV show called Physical 100, I think it was called.
Yeah, you're right.
And the reason he joined that show was because he really wanted to kind of get people to know more about ice climbing and encourage more people to try climbing and ice climbing in particular. And I think it's really worked. And he's had a great season. He won the national championship last year, and he works as a mountain rescue for his day job.
Oh, wow. In Korea, in the Korean mountains?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, what a legend. Oh, I think he's got what a CV this man has. And yes, you said, pretty famous here in Korea. There's that split grip he's using there.
Yeah.
With the little pinky tucked in.
Yeah, like I think maybe Heyoung Park was maybe the first to use that grip, and it's just a very more secure way to use the hold.
Okay.
And using your pinky then, like, it maybe stops if there's any chance the ice tool will fall. It keeps it more stable.
Oh, fascinating. First time I've spotted that, actually.
I think a lot of these guys have learnt a lot from Heyoung. He was kind of the first to kind of get to this level of the sport. So in Korea,
inventing moves. This is why we love ice climbing. It's you turn on your TV and you will always get something different. There's moments of high drama. And now this is interesting. Leaving the tool behind. Good way to swap hands there.
Yeah.
Bit risky.
Yeah.
But he's made it work. If you drop a tool, it is all over. You can't continue. So, yes, that's why it was risky.
And it can happen, you know. And it's funny, I was chatting to Minchell's teammates and really good friends earlier, and they were saying, you know, I was asking them what the strength was, and they were like, he's good, really good figure 9. But his figure 4 is his weakness. So
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Hang on, how does that work?
I think they were maybe making fun.
They've had you on there.
Yeah. So
Well-
we have to see here now how his figure 4s are.
Yeah, well, at the moment he's not using anything. Cut loose with one hand, and you've got to do this front lever to slam the feet back into that sidewall. But good work from him. I'm not sure he would have necessarily wanted to have done that, but it's made it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he obviously has strength to do it.
Yeah, go with it. All right, so for really the first time, he pauses and breathes a little bit here. And this drop down onto this square barrel, back out again into another ice barrel, and then this head wall coming up in a couple of clips.
Yeah, he's moving quite well.
Yeah, looking very solid at the moment. He's aiming for Tristan Ladavant's 25. Gets the clip in. Bit of a fiddle with this one. Tries to work it in.
Yeah, those hanging draws can be hard. Like sometimes you can be ages trying to get a clip.
And I guess the golf clubs, although obviously you need them for climbing, they can kind of get a little bit stuck sometimes in those draws.
Yeah, they can. That's why we normally wear them really, like the gloves really, really tight.
You don't want flapping material in the way, do you? Oh, tried a heel hook on the top there and then moved away from it. This is very physical stuff from him, and I just hope he's not burning himself too much. Lots of climbing to go, and he's trying to wrap these legs over the top. Similar position that we saw earlier on from Park on that, almost a bat hang move. Yeah, they are cold, the ice barrels. You don't want to sit on them for too long. Cuts loose again.
Yeah, there's certainly no issue with his core anyway.
No. Okay, SM hold time. Time to put some holes into these beautiful holds. So, launches up into that left hand. Feet very, very high, hooking it over.
Yeah, here you want to be using a good bit of precision. Those holes, you can slip off them quite easily.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of tool on it, but as you said, it's thinner than it seems.
If you pull out at all, you're gone, you know, and it just happens so fast.
Yeah. So much to think about during ice climb. I don't know how you guys do it. Right, drops in underneath onto the floating Steinpool. And this again, you've got to be pulling kind of outwards, haven't you, on a floating?
You do, and kind of a little bit up. And off to another small side hole.
I see it. Yeah, it's hard to see if he is fatigued. He's moving a little slower for sure.
Yeah.
But approaching Tristan's high point now. This is a big stretch up for him.
And it's switch the feet over.
Yeah, he's shaking out hard. I think he's feeling it now. And quite a lot of climbing to go. 2 full panels above his head. And 1 minute 15 on the clock. I think time is going to be a factor if he doesn't fall off here.
So it's quite a big move he's going up to now.
It's
Let's see if he can make it
enormous,
first
yeah.
time. Nice, he's got it.
All right, he'll keep pressing on then. Okay, launches out left. Keeping the feet nice and low. Makes the match at the very, very top.
And these are all big moves, you know, they're testing.
Yeah, I thought he was looking tired, but maybe I was wrong with this.
I think though when you get up onto the vertical wall, you do feel a bit of, like it's that section going up onto the vertical wall can be so pumpy, but once you get onto the vertical wall, you do feel a bit of like release in your arms.
Yeah, another floating undercling now. It's just been pointed out to me, correctly so, that it's a contradiction to say a floating Steinpool, because a Steinpool, obviously, you press the cheeks of the axe into the wall and therefore it's floating. That is impossible, so apologies about that.
That's okay. Matt.
I try. Right, Dino time, a little pop over.
That's quite a cute little jump.
But he hasn't made that clip, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think he can still make it.
I think he's been timed out, though, as well.
Okay.
How would he make that, though, from that position? By just reaching over
Well,
and...
I think he can go traverse right across, see the hold on.
Back over. Yeah. Okay, yeah, fine.
As long as you can reach it from the hold, that's
okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a new high point for Min Chol Kim. Good work from him.
Great climb.
Yeah, it was.
I thought he did really well.
I think he's emptied himself there. Look at it, collapses onto the floor, breathes heavily. It was Virgil earlier on during the semi-finals, was so exhausted, he was in like hands on his knees, someone had to do the knot for him, breathing hard. Well, this is the highlights up on the head wall itself. This is where he did manage to recover something.
Yeah.
And that wonderful little floating pop. And that was the point he was timed out, so we'll wait and see exactly where his score will finish. Good work with 3 athletes done for men and women. Oh, straight away, we move quickly for this. Great organisation here. Selena Bossard is underway. And you had a fact I didn't know about Selena, about her day job.
Yes, Selena is a lumberjack. Yeah, and she loves it. I was just talking to her earlier today. She just loves the physical aspect of the job. And she said, she misses her job when she's here.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between a lumberjack and an arborist? Or is that the same thing? In my head, a lumberjack is sort of in Canada with a checked shirt, and an arborist is somewhere sort of climbing up trees. Regardless, that is a very cool job to have.
It really is, yeah. And she's a pretty cool girl now. She and this is, I think, it's her first time in Korea, and to make the finals is incredible. She climbed really well yesterday. She's very strong. Her brother Benjamin is also a really strong climber, and Benjamin unfortunately is not in the finals today. But he's a World Cup gold medalist.
And returning from a pretty terrible injury. We had a little interview with him before the broadcast. Yeah, he broke his ankle and 5 screws in that thing. So I think just competing is a pretty big achievement.
Yeah.
This is quite relevant because of the tool in her mouth. Getting a question about why they do that. Someone saying surely there's a better method to switch tools. So why do you put your ice tool in your mouth?
Well, it's, originally people used to just put it on your shoulder. But that ice tools can fall quite a lot. And then there is a way of changing it using your thumb. And you can use that as well. But the most efficient and fastest way is actually just to put it in your mouth and change direction. And that's the way the sport has evolved. You can't breathe as well when you've got an ice axe in your mouth. But that's part of something that you train. And yeah, it's probably a little bit strange to people who are seeing the sport for the first time.
Exactly. Well, someone else has commented, Jory, who's been with us all along. I don't think he's seen a comp, but he's saying, wow, a dyno at that point is crazy. Yeah, we have dynos during ice climbing competitions. Fairly new in the last couple of years, but it's become kind of a staple for most finals routes now. Yeah,
it is. The first time I saw a dyno in ice climbing was actually here in Cheongsong, and it's quite a few years ago. There was a Russian climber, Alexei Dengin, who was a bit of a showman, and he was climbing the final route, and his time was running out, and there was an ice barrel up above, and there was an intermediate hold on the way to it, but he had 6 seconds left, and he thought, you know what, I just want to touch the ice barrel, and he jumped for it.
Wow.
And then you could see the route setters all looking, going, this is changed.
Yeah, they perk up down on the ground, don't they?
So yeah, it is a staple of the sport, and I'm not sure people like it when they stick it, but it can be kind of heartbreaking that that's the way you go out. But it's evolution, and it's cool to watch.
Yeah, and I think it's here to stay. Let's be honest. So it's a pretty cool thing. Someone's saying, why do ice climbers all have such interesting jobs? Is that required? Nope, you just have to be an absolute badass. That's basically the only requirement to be an ice climber. I said this during semi-finals, but I got out of the car this morning and realised that I don't have what it takes to be a professional ice climber. I was so cold. I've got no idea how you guys go into isolation, warm yourselves up, and then go out there and do this. Absolutely incredible.
I don't know, Matt. The thing is, you don't actually get that cold because you're climbing immediately.
If you say so, even.
Yeah.
If you say so. All right, Selena starts move left here. We saw Kat do this big skip on the next section. It'll be interesting to see how Selena does this. I think the barrel is just scored 1 point, I think, so you don't get individual points for each hold. Sometimes it is.
Yeah, like it depends. You have a line there down the big barrel.
So that's the divide.
So that'll be 1 point for this barrel, 1 point for this barrel, and then if you move to the other side, it'll be, scored. And then if you skip it, then you get that score if you make the hold.
All right, well, up she goes into that section there. Tries to wrap these feet around. We've seen various different methods through here. Kicking up into the ceiling hasn't worked so far for anyone.
Yeah, well, it kind of takes a lot of force to kick up, but it does take a little bit of weight off your arms if you can do it.
If you ever get a chance, do go and have a look at Ice Climbing's crampon. There's literally little knives in the fruit boots. Very different from mountaineering crampons you might have used. This is sort of very high level production on this equipment. Judith says, Ale, Selena, yep, lots of support back home. I think people are waking up in Europe. They should have woken up by now anyway, so hopefully people are joining us with a cup of coffee during your breakfast on this Sunday morning. It's coming up to 3:30 here in Cheongsong, South Korea. If you are just joining us, this is the first round of the UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup Series for 2026. 4 stops in total, and this is the first one. And that angle is really good because it just shows how overhanging this section is. It's hard when we see it from the front. Sometimes the roof is steep.
Oh, it is super overhung when you're in there. It's like there is a full roof, and then it's coming out onto the head wall. It feels like this wall can feel a bit like Everest.
Yeah, I mean, you're really out there up there. The exposure's pulling you down.
It's a journey for sure.
She just kicked her tool off the hole, then managed to flick it out the way in time, but that was close from her. Right up into provisional bronze position then for Selena Bossard. I think this route designed just to sort of eat away at your endurance here until you get to this section, which becomes a little bit more techie. Of course, Kat has shown us the way with that top.
Yeah, like still quite a few big moves left.
Okay, drops on and will shake again here. Another big move up onto that angle change. Just 2 quick draws to go for Selena and plenty of time. 1 minute 15 on the clock here.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not sure she'll know the time. The music's quite loud, and sometimes you can hear a few of the athletes have very strong voices, but like quite often you can't really hear, even when they're shouting, time out. So she'll know her time's going. She'll know she'll want to keep moving, but
you can hear the encouragement actually.
There.
Yeah, people are screaming up at Selena.
Oh,
falls. Dodges the axe on the way down. Matrix style as it whistles past her head. Good work from Selena. But it's enough for third place at the moment. She looks to try to see where she is in the standings. The scoreboard is visible to them, but obviously not when they're on the wall. But if they step forward a little bit, they can have a little look left.
Yeah, she popped off. And I'm sure she's kind of, you always be wondering what exactly did happen there.
Let's have a look at it ourselves, shall we?
So this is one of those like side holes that if you twist anyway outwards, you're gone.
Okay.
So you really have to push into the wall.
So Paul on the stage. I hadn't noticed his amazing mutton chops earlier on. That is a cool looking hairstyle. Yeah, he came out very, very early in semi-finals, did really well, cemented himself in finals, and he is underway.
Yeah, Paul is such an interesting character. He's kind of quite new to the scene. I think this actually is his first final. Let me just see.
It's good to have new blood coming through for 2026, especially as we look ahead to the, hopefully, fingers crossed, Olympic Games. You never know, some of these newbies coming in might be our medalists in 2030 if everything goes right. But that is an early little hesitation from Paul there. Didn't quite have the range, had to boost a little bit further than he thought.
So this actually, Paul has been climbing for 6 years and ice climbing for 4 years, and it's this was his first semi-final and first World Cup final.
And he's been generally climbing for only 6 years.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
But he's done really well in some of the Continental Cups. He trains in Switzerland with Ron Collar, who's a big name in ice climbing. He used to compete, and now he's one of the route setters. And he did, want to give a shout out to Ron and his other coach Simon back in Switzerland. I'm sure they're tuned in to watch.
So we've got some Swiss people on the stream coming through.
Very proud of how he's doing.
I'm still shocked about the 6 years climbing thing. I feel very like underachieving. What an incredible story. But Paul, I think, looks a little either nervous, not quite in the zone yet, but it hasn't quite locked in here.
Yeah.
It's taken a couple of attempts to get to some of these holds. I'm sure it will settle in as he gets higher.
Yeah, like the men's final was quite hard at the start.
Apparently his journey into climbing was that he just thought, hey, this looks really cool, I'm going to try it. And then the next thing you're in a World Cup final. That's amazing.
But he is such a cool character. I feel that that really does stick to his climbing, because he's able to keep composure, and that's a lot of part of the game.
So cool.
And he's the kindest. Yeah, he's a very nice guy.
All right, flick that rope around the ice barrel. You've got to manage your rope as well as everything else you've got to deal with. And we will be talking to Marianne at some point during this broadcast, I'm sure, because she is joining us in the commentary box. Had a bit of a disappointment. I'm sure she can explain what happened to us. All right, so the traverse starts on the ice barrels here. Let's see how Paul deals with this. He's got to be feeling some nerves out there, surely.
I think as well, first time up on this structure, if you do get a chance to be here in a few World Cups and a few finals, your body gets kind of more used to that, even the roof, and the layout is always different with ice barrels, but he's doing great for his first time here.
All right, off he goes underneath. Big step, angle change. It amazes me. You get to this point, we've watched 3 minutes or whatever it is of climbing, and you've got so much more to come above your head. It just looms above you. You're right about the Everest thing you were saying earlier on.
Yeah, especially if you're feeling pumped.
Yeah.
I've been up on this wall quite a few times, and you're like...
Oh, hello. Hang on a sec, because this is tricky for him. He's got that axe pressing into his leg, and I think that was actually kind of pushing him away from the wall. Tricky clip moment for Paul here.
And the barrel, this barrel in particular, is kind of hard because it is rotating.
I was about to say it's slippery like ice, and then realised what a stupid thing that was to say. But I mean, you know what I mean, because there's no purchase on it. If you were to hold on to that, you're just sliding straight down it, and it's cold.
And I think sometimes, sometimes taller people as well, in this kind of confined figure 4, figure 9 move, it can be quite strenuous.
Paul is in a world of pain right now. He's trying to battle through this sequence. You can see it on his face, though. I would imagine everything is burning for him now, and he's still got to do some huge moves to come.
He'd probably be relieved to get off those barrels onto the head wall, and there he is.
Yeah, wraps the leg up over the top, but he will very much appreciate this little perch up on the wall. And it's the coolest thing to see. I mean, he's sitting on an ice barrel, sort of 15 metres above the ground. What a weird, bizarre, brilliant sport this is.
And the rules have kind of changed. We used to have a lot of red lines in the rules, so quite often we would have a red line so you couldn't use the top of the ice barrel, and that was the setting. But then we decided to try and remove the red lines because it just makes it harder to judge, and the route setters have dealt with it so well because they're like, okay, we can set it that you can use the ice barrel, but it's still not going to be easy even if you're taking a rest there.
No, and you have got to be careful, of course, because you can't use the chain connecting the top of the ice barrel. So although you can kind of climb on top of it, it's a bit of a strange one, that one. I think it's still being sort of developed.
It is, yeah. And you don't have any purchase in your shoes, you know, you don't have any anything in the back.
Yeah.
So
he's got some crazy cheeks on his ice axe there.
So these are new design. Maybe Marianne would be able to tell a little bit more about them because she actually uses these ice axes. They're brand new this season.
Well, that's a good excuse to bring Marianne. When Paul falls, let's talk to Marianne about the ice axes and what happened earlier on. All right, drags the rope through, makes a clip.
And it's called the Monarch.
The Monarch.
The name of this ice axe.
Oh, like the duck? No, not like the duck? Not like the duck, apparently. Okay, fair enough. Right. Has he got that right? Yeah. Struggling to kick that right crampon in there, isn't he? And looks suddenly a little bit confused here. Not much time left for him. He's not going to top this thing out. Oh, then goes.
Oh, yeah. Just slight twist.
Yeah, I think the ice barrel's drained him, and then, but you know, what a fight through that top bit.
First final, it's incredible.
Oh, it's after the Monarch butterfly, not the duck.
Okay.
I swear there's a duck called Monarch. No. All right, let's bring Marianne, shall we, in? So Marianne, of course, you stay there, Emil, we need you back. But first of all, Marianne, if you could tell us about this butterfly, allegedly, tell us about the cheeks on that ice axe.
It hurts. You're calling it a duck instead of just a butterfly. Just a little bit. It hurts just a little bit. Yeah. We've got very high cheeks on these ones. So the tool itself is slightly shorter, but the cheeks are higher. So it's easier to use them as a Stein pull in holds instead of floaters. So we saw a lot of holds that you had to like float under. And with these ones, you get a little more stability because the pick height is higher compared to the cheeks with those high cheeks.
Okay, that's good. But
in general, the whole shape is different as well. So next climber on Annetta.
Yeah, Annetta is underway, and this is a lady I know you've been doing a lot of training with over the summer, both in your mainly in your gym. And Annetta is just one of those athletes. Every year it seems to be like everyone's talking about how strong she is. And
she totally is.
Yeah.
I think she is, lock-off wise, like she can do the most one-over armors of all of us, I think.
So what's holding her back then? Why hasn't she won a medal yet? Is this just a matter of time, one of those things?
Well, Annetta is always a little bit messy and she's always a little bit unlucky. Well, just like me, I guess. And that doesn't always help her. So if she gets more routine than this, which she is, she's getting closer and closer. I mean, look at her going now in the finals and how solid she already climbs here with the focus she has. Like you saw it on her face. She's getting closer and closer.
Yeah, she is. She needs to believe. She is, of course, the speed climbing world champ and still is because this year the world champ's delayed. All right, so making good moves down low. We know speed is something that she's been working on during the off-season. She's had metronomes going to make a move on every tick. She's using every trick in the book, and it is starting to pay off for Annetta.
Definitely, and timing, and we've been training together also in Prague at her home wall, and her timing is definitely getting faster and faster, so that's a really good thing. I hope she can keep that pace, because the pace she has right now is solid.
She said to me before finals that she hopes there's lots of ice barrels, which is not something most climbers will say. She likes them, and I think she's going to enjoy this next section then.
She's good with the ice barrels, because she's good with the figure fours too.
All right, got to be careful. I think she's standing right. Yeah, oh no, she's on the plywood. Big stretch up as well.
Yeah, she's not one of the tallest climbers, but she knows this, so she practices a lot to actually compensate for it. Being able to do like massive lock-offs, being dynamic on holds where most of the people can do it statically, and she just manages all the time.
All right, so here we go, everyone. A lot of Annetta fans out there on YouTube. She's got that pink bobble, which does get replaced every couple of years.
So does her other pink equipment and glitters.
Yes, did you see the snowflake on the cheek? I like that.
Yes, we've got the same.
Style first. All right, Annetta doing well at the moment, trusting this hook. Oh, just a little bit of adjustment with the hands there.
Oh, it's good. It was just a bit of extra stability, which she needed, and it's fine.
Okay.
The next hold is relatively good, so it's nice to clip from here, actually breathe like one more time before you move up. The actual difficult section is still coming, but once you get there, you're pumped.
All right, well, the ice barrels beckon for her. It's what she wanted to see in a route, and now she gets her wish. Let's see if she can go through. But she did get one of those Crooked stuck in the ice, so I would imagine she's going to be very careful coming through here this time. All right, hooks on top.
Searching for the right position in there. Hoping that she can... Yes, she got it. That's good.
Okay, fiddles the clip in. Now she has to leave the safety of the ice barrels, go back to the plywood again through this next section. Little wiggle to get the tool out. Oh, I got sweaty hands.
Here you can see how strong she is, because she locked off to actually get to this hold, whereas the first climbers all did this move slightly dynamic. Was with her length, that's quite a thing. And this is smart, moving on and then clipping, so you don't have to pull in the rope, but actually just bring the quick draw towards the rope.
All right, into the next ice barrel section. And now this is that height thing you were saying. I think Emil was saying that sometimes if you're a little bit smaller, you can compress up and get a bit of a purchase, and she's doing that really well.
She knows where to kick, and it's such a smart thing to actually kick into the ice barrel. Get more stability out of it.
Oh, leaving a tool behind here, and then we'll pick it back up.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm glad you're saying this, calming me down. It's every time an athlete leaves a tool, I'm like, go get that thing! Don't leave it behind!
On this hold, it's okay, because they're quite deep inside. So it's fine to actually just let it hang there for a second.
Right. A little bit of smile on Annetta's face here. She's enjoying it out there. It's just so fun to watch in situations like this. Okay, this little traverse, and then it's business time on the head wall for Annette.
Annette, I actually heard, is like the serious way. If you call her Annette, it's like when your mother would say,
"Oh, really?"
Like, Matt, you've done something wrong.
She says Matthew.
Yeah, that it would be Matthew for you, but Annette.
Okay.
And the cute way would be Annetka.
Annetka, let's go with that then. All right, Annetka coming up onto this.
Nice one. She moves here easy.
Yeah, she's looking very, very confident right now.
Right. With 3 minutes on the clock.
She's
left.
fast.
Yeah, that's it. She is fast.
Heck yeah, Annette.
And if
come on.
she's still moving, but she has to keep on moving, and it gets harder and harder, so it's more difficult to keep on moving. She's seen the hold. That's good. So she's read the route, and I know she always draws the route, so she can read it back in isolation. She did that well here.
Yeah, she had a little look and a little think about that, but now commits to it. This is the move that Kat skipped or didn't see, either way.
And it's still moving. 2 minutes. A little bit more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't want to get timed out again. You know, it's something that she's so aware that that's the weakness in her game that I think she's really going to try everything here.
Flat. She also's got relatively high cheeks on her tools. Also for the Steinpool things. She's got relatively aggressive tools.
Oh.
So that helps her.
Yeah, she gets lots of good support from Krokonogi with those.
Yes.
And also Reply Volumes, who've built the climbing wall in her attic for her, so she's got a wonderful facility to train on.
That recently expanded a lot.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so here she goes. Big launch up needed. She'll get that, then get this clip in.
Solid. Really solid moves. She's, I think, slightly slower
than Kat. Yeah, now
down a little, but not too much.
Yeah, it's these. Yeah, you are right. The pace has gone off just a little bit. She's still that draw on. She needs to get that quick draw.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. She still's got possibility to actually get it.
Yeah, she spots it smart from Annetta. There we go.
And here you see the same clipping sequence. So bringing the draw towards the rope instead of the other way around and saving slightly time. If you can get it in correctly.
It's costing her time.
She's got it.
She's never topped out a finals route. Will this be the first chance? But she's going to have to speed through here.
She has to speed now quite a bit.
Oh, I'll tell you what, we are leaning forward on our screens watching this. I hope you are at home. Annetta needs to get this other clip in. She's slowed right down, drags the rope through.
Oh, smart move. Putting her ice axe on her shoulder, so she's got some space with her hands.
Right, that's in. 30 seconds-ish on the clock for Annette.
And I hope somebody is yelling the time for her, because I'm sitting here. I'm sorry, Annette.
Yeah, I can hear voices. Don't worry, she'll be aware. She needs to keep pushing through here. 24 seconds-ish on the clock, up to fourth. Third place is waiting on 32.2. This is the time to keep going. About 10 seconds here. That's good. Moves into second position. Nice. She's not going to top the thing. Doesn't like that hold as well.
And she doesn't know how to take it, but she's touched it at least.
She's going to get the clip in first.
I'm not sure if this is going to be the right thing to do.
Yeah, maybe should have just committed to the hold. Now the time
out.
hasn't. No, not necessarily. It's a bit off this clock, so she might. There's the timeout.
Oh, there's the timeout.
Well, she drops off into provisional silver. Looks down, breathes heavily, and. Yeah, silver medal last night in speed. Had a tough year last year. Has come through quite a lot, this lady. And to see her up there in a finals performing that well, I know how much this means to her. So, well done, Annette. Right, let's watch the highlights here. This is where she started to maybe take the pace off just a little bit. But it was a strong one for her up to the penultimate clip.
But still a solid move.
Yeah, and this was where she slightly struggled. Maybe didn't quite have it the right way.
No, there is a little edge in it. So there's two types of this one, and there's one is with a little bit of an edge, and the other one with tiny little dots.
Okay.
So Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil is in. Right, Marianne, should we bring Emir back in? Thank you so much for joining me. Look, we didn't really talk about what happened earlier on. You didn't make semis. Should we leave this for now?
Yeah, I'm going to do a post and everything about it on what actually happened.
All right, well, it's a sad not to see you competing, but I know you'll be back stronger than ever. Can't wait to see you in Saas-Fee.
Hope so.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much. Let's get Emir back into the box as we watch Virgil getting going on the men's routes. This man won a World Cup last year. Saas-Fee? Did he win World Saas-Fee? I'm pretty sure he won Saas-Fee. Yes, okay.
He did.
Yes, okay, that's good. I thought my brain was going. Almost hooked the rope there, and as not what you want, but he managed to untangle himself.
Yeah, Virgil's a really interesting. Climber on the circuit, and he's a very respected climber in France as well. He's doing a lot of he's the modern alpinist, I feel, and he's also a mountain guide. And I think with a lot of the skills that he's taken from the competitions with using the ice axes, he's bringing that into the mountains now.
So when you say modern alpinist, I guess you're thinking fast, light, attacking faces, just going for it, that kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah. I think he's very well respected within the community already, and at 24 years old, he's quite, I think, accomplished in a lot of ways, climbing. So it's kind of interesting. It's great to see him still in the sport, and really, spending the time with the competition and being able to do both. I think is great.
Yes, because
he's a good ambassador for us.
Yeah, we do have a few ice climbers who are guys, and you're right. I think the tendency is to want to do more, and it's such a demanding job as well that it's hard to find the time to train and do both, I think.
That's it, yeah.
Lots of comments coming through on YouTube. Do keep your comments coming. I've got two absolute experts sitting next to me in Marianne and Emir. So anything you want to know about ice climbing, please do drop them a message on the YouTube chat. I'm sure they'll be happy to answer here. Virgil's climbed very fast at the moment.
Yeah, he's doing great. He's up at the ice barrels already. He's kind of making light work of this. I'd say he'll probably want to get through the ice barrels as fast as possible. I remember in Korea last year, I think that's where he came off in this section. So as we've talked about before, sometimes for the taller, bigger climbers, these ice barrels can actually be the crux.
Well, look how low he's keeping his feet as well. He's trying to not sort of get involved with them as much as possible. And as I say it, he does. But he's really buried that left crampon in. Good work from him. Yeah, he looks light on the tools, if that makes sense. It doesn't look like he's doing a lot of muscularity in that.
Yeah, I guess it's quite good technique. And
big shoulders help as well.
Big shoulders, yeah. And it's kind of what's interesting about ice climbing is that, like, you have the route, and for him the bigger moves on the more, vertical overhung wall will be a little bit easier, but then you come to the barrel and he, struggles a little bit. So it's kind of fair game, depending on the size of the climber and style, and that's why you see a lot of different climbers of different builds competing and doing really well.
He's a bit stuck here though, isn't he? He has to lever himself back up again on top. Heels.
Very nicely done.
I'm so nervous when I see that. Just because rubber on ice is never a lovely thing to feel. But he's moved through there, and I think he'll be happy to be back onto the dry tooling holds here. Needs to get that clip. It is behind him. I hope he hasn't forgotten it. No, I think he's all right. Yeah, he hits it with his shoulder. So, good work from Virgil. 3 minutes on the clock. Let's see how he manages this second section here. Looking a little bit tired for the first time. Shakes out. Big moves to come for him, though. There's quick draw number 15. The scoring system changed. If you've first time watching for a couple of years, no longer scored on the quick draws, it's scored on the holds, which I think was a big improvement, that one.
I think so as well. It's made the routes flow much better, because previously when the quick draw counted for more, if you were going to move to like maybe a sketchy hold, you'd always try and get the quick draw in first. It's just made the climbing better.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, moves into fourth position, 24.0. He's looking for 30 if he's going to jump above Kim here. People ask about where the comp is in the USA. It's in Longmont, which is in Colorado, fairly near Boulder, if you know that. Nearest airport is Denver. There you go, travel plan sorted. Head over, come see us. Happening in February.
Yeah, in the Longmont competition, it's the second year of it now, and we had a great event there last year. It's always great to see a new venue willing to put on a World Cup, because these World Cups are expensive to run, and we're really grateful for the organisers and the people who are supporting.
And it's a commercial gym as well, so they kind of have to shut themselves down for it, which is fantastic for them. So thank you guys. Okay, Virgil takes a moment to shake out now. That time ticks away quickly, doesn't it? 1 minute 23 on the clock left for him. And this big boosty move, he's low on it the first time. Bring those feet up, sir.
So I think now we can really see how hard this move actually is.
Yeah, a lot of them have made it look pretty trivial, but it's a long way, eh? Oh, and he slips on it. Yeah, it's the first time he's looked uncomfortable, and it sent him down, and that will leave him in second position, 25, with 3 to go. Well, we've persuaded someone. This is great. Ethan says he's 4 hours drive away, so he might come to the World Cup. Yes, Ethan, definitely. It'll be brilliant. Come and say hello. No, it is worth it. I mean, I'm joking, but if you do come and see these competitions, you think it's spectacular on TV, you wait till you see it in real life. It's unbelievable what these athletes do. And this was the move that got him. Let's have another look. Oh. It's like everything ripped at the same time.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if the other guys, they used it with their left and crossed up to keep, more tension to the left.
Right, Haruku comes in, and I love watching this lady climb. She's one of the smaller athletes, really has to bounce between moves, but she's so strong.
She's so delicate, and she's got such good precision, and it's great to see her here in the finals. This year, I think last year, Haruko, she decided to compete in all the Continental Cups, so she went to Europe for literally 2 months before the World Cup. And then when it came to the World Cup, I think she was just kind of drained. Whereas this year, she has just competed in one Continental Cup, and she said, she's put her focus into the World Cups, and you can really see it.
That's good. It's nice to see it's a big Japanese team here as well. There's quite a few athletes.
Yeah, there are a lot of strong athletes, and the team growing. That's always good to see. Yeah.
Okay, good work, and hello to everyone on YouTube. Someone's saying, can you pick me up on the way to Longmont? I'm in Scotland. I'd love to go. It's easy. All you do is you drive down towards Edinburgh, get on a plane for 8 hours and come over. Simple. Hello to Climb and Stretch, all the way from Vietnam. How are you doing? Daniel Brown. Hello, everyone. Yeah, lovely to see our community here on YouTube. All right, Haruki with what is a Stein pull. That is a Stein pull when the cheeks are pressed in.
That is.
I've forgotten the lingo, you know. It's been a while since I talked about ice climbing.
But then sometimes you float a Stein hold because
You
you
do?
put it first
Oh,
into
thank
Stein,
you.
and then you move into a float position. So
Well, that's a lovely thing to hear, but I'm not correct. I was definitely wrong with that one. All right, Haruki up into... So that hold she's got for the left pick, is that literally just a screw sticking out?
it's a little kind of hook.
Okay.
It's actually quite good. Yeah. It's one of the newer holds. It's another one of the SM holds.
Yeah, they are... I think there's
I
a lot
think
of
the thing
SM
with
holds.
metal, whenever you're using metal for holds, it is consistent.
True.
And that's something that, you know, we kind of want more in the competitions, that it's consistent for every athlete.
Yes, because plastic changes, as does ice. You know, the more times you hook it, it's going to either become worse or better sometimes. But you're right, metal
Yeah,
stays the same. Eh?
That's it.
All right, good work from her so far. Upgrading those feet, kicking in. You can see the wind blowing behind, adding a little bit of spice and drama to proceedings here.
It's pretty cool there. And she's moving quite quickly.
It's definitely picked up that wind. Like, athlete's hair was not blowing before, and now you can see it moving. Personally, I find it affects me, the wind up on the wall. Do you ever notice
Yeah.
it yourself, or does it just not really factor in?
If you're in the World Cup final, I
Everything
don't
goes,
think,
eh?
no, you're just like in that zone.
Yeah.
There is some cases that, you know, sometimes if it is really cold. I remember there was one semi-final here in Cheongsong before, and it actually had been raining really heavily, and then it got really cold, and it's a battle because people climb differently, and you can kind of see everyone's a bit more rigid, but then it's the same for everyone.
That's true, yeah.
So
Yeah, and the sun is out, although it's gone around the corner now. Okay, so regardless of the condition, she's doing well here. 5 minutes
right.
on the clock. This little transition period between the ice barrels on the right and the ice barrels on the left. That's a photographer walking above us. Don't worry, it's all good. And there's some amazing shots coming out of this competition. Make sure you check out the UIAA Instagram.
And Haruko, she's done quite a lot of training in Korea here. She would have trained a lot with Kwon Young-ae and M2 gym, and so like her climbing style is quite Korean in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Okay, well, she's on the ice barrels. Got to get this clip in, of course. It's hard to see the distance. It's miles away on that shot, but it's obviously within reaching distance for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, perspective is a weird thing with ice climbing. I struggle with it sometimes.
It is. It's hard when you're up there as well.
Yeah, it's so 3D, isn't it? More so
Yeah.
than sport climbing, for example. Someone's asked if she touched the structure. I didn't see it. You're not allowed to touch kind of behind the structure or hook it. I didn't see if she had. I'm sure if she did, someone will appeal that one.
Yeah. I didn't see it either,
No.
Matt. Now. Oh, so maybe it was at the transition
Okay,
at
so
the bar.
Marianne spotted it. We'll wait and see. Sometimes
Yeah.
these things don't get appealed. We'll have to wait. But right now she won't have probably realised or even know. So she'll keep pressing on here with 3 minutes 40 on the clock. Oh, we've done well. Jade Elliott. I've never watched ice climbing before, but now I'm convinced I'm going to make the drive up to Longmont. Yes,
Oh,
Jade
excellent.
Elliott. Thank you. Someone contact our bosses. We did something good.
And Longmont last year was super because there was like a festival there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was also feels like summer with the conditions.
It was actually.
Maybe not this year. Okay, on to what are pretty good holds here, allowing the athletes a chance to shake on this transition. Okay, makes the match, and that's a nice zoomed up. You've got to be careful over the match.
This is Ice King hold.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, so they were designed by Korea's own Ice King, Hyung Park.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 2 sets of the holds, and that's the kind of classic one here in the roof. They're really good holds.
Someone's just called me Matt the Ice Evangelist. I like that. All right, drops onto this screw now. This is where the athletes just have to recover something. You know, Kat Shirley got a top, so only a top will get gold. Oh, falls before she gets there.
Thank you for your strong effort. It was Haruko Takeuchi from
All right, down to the ground for Haruku. She looks up and it's not going to be enough, but that means we're starting to get some secured medal positions here, especially for Kat. So Kat will be guaranteed a medal at this stage. Look at those gold axes. That's cool as well. So 2 to go.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I think Haruko will be.
Oh, yeah,
She'll
wow.
be disappointed with that fall.
Yeah, it was unexpected, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
took the spin down. Okay, Younghyun Lee, and what a legend this man is. Such an exciting climber to watch. Very dynamic. He leaves everything out there on the wall. I really like this man and the way he does. I mean, look at that, just skipping through the starting moves.
Yeah, I think Younggun is a very similar style to Hyung Park. Just the way they move. Younggun used to work with Mountain Rescue as well, up until a few years ago, and now he's a full-time climber.
Yeah, and doing very, very well. Won the overall last year. World
Yeah.
champion as well.
He's yeah.
Yeah, sort of the figurehead at the moment of the male game. I know there's a few in the mix, but this man is really the one a lot of Koreans get behind. Oh, threads the needle through there with that crampon. And this is the move I like to call a kangaroo kick. Just jump your leg up in a big four. Just checks the tool placement. Looks, I think, for whether you can match it or not. Decides not to and goes, yeah, I had another look at it then. Wasn't sure of that placement at all, but now he's passed it and through. 6:19, 6:15 on the clock. Falling thick. His teammate Min Chol Kim is up in the top spot on 30. No one really getting anywhere near the top of this men's route yet. And just 2 to go now for the men and women. And really flowing between the sections here on the ice barrels. Good work as he drops down.
And I see Haruko's score is still pending, so that could be an indication. That there
Because of the
may
structure
be-
touch. Yes.
Yeah, which would be really unfortunate for her if that was the case.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something she would have done deliberately. However, the rule is there, and we saw it here last year, and we see it quite regularly. You've got to be so careful.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of a pity because the resetters do normally try to avoid that happening. Like in this structure,
There's a lot of edges on it, isn't there? Okay, right. Swings into the top of the barrel, hooks the middle part. And he hasn't got that quick draw in at the moment yet. I think he now is going to get it. I panic every time an athlete doesn't get a quick draw in. Just like, I want to remind them. Noah is making himself a cup of tea and trying to stay awake. Yes, Noah, you've been with us forever, haven't you? Well done. Well, you haven't got long to go now, just 4.
Yeah, we're talking about ice tools, so they are actually, I think, A-speed ice tools with adjusted handles and picks.
Okay.
So a lot of these ice tools are kind of custom made, handmade.
Yeah, it's cool to see. There's a lot of, and I know Dennis, Marianne's partner, makes a lot of his equipment as well, and it's really cool to see the innovation. I think at some point it will become maybe more standardized, but right now we're in this really fun period where everyone's trying stuff out, seeing what works.
Yeah, and I think that's the way the sport is as well. The sport is kind of developing. If we do make the Olympics, I think we'll see a lot of things will be standardized.
Yeah. It'll evolve, won't it?
Yeah.
Well, he goes behind, away from our camera here, but he has got a hook in, and then he needs to make this quick draw, of course, and then the one above as well. And he'll need to rotate that body around as he's doing around the barrel so he doesn't get twisted up in the rope.
I think Younggun normally looks, quite comfortable in this kind of space.
Big reach needed here. We know it's got to be precise, and
That's
it is.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first
because
time.
you've nothing to push your feet off at that point. You're just kind of moving off the figure 4 with your feet dangling.
And that one is just a screw sticking out of the wall. It makes me smile every time I see that. Okay, up towards the SM holds now, or the colourful SM holds, I should say. The Dachung holds. Up to quick draw number 14. Remember, you've got to go all the way up to, 21 technically, but
2:48 in the clock.
Yeah, it's interesting. I haven't got an idea of timing yet because we haven't seen anyone sort of fight with that top section, whether it's going to take a long time or not.
And it's hard for the route setters to set the time, you know.
Yeah, spinning a little bit here. Might want to get a foot in there. He does, just pressing that point against the wall to steady that swing. Adjust the grip and adjust the legs on this next section to get the clip. I'd say 2 minutes is going to be pushing it in terms of topping this.
I think so. Unless he can run.
Yeah. He's going to have to really start speeding up here if he wants to get that.
He just popped and he held it. That was...
On the floater as well.
Yeah.
Ice climbing is one of those sports. I feel the second I look away, something's going to happen. You really have to focus on this. And look at that gorgeous light on the wall, golden, as the sun starts to slip beneath the horizon here. What an atmosphere.
Nice to sit.
Oh, it does pop, and that is a big one, and that was a huge fall. He was running man down as he went. Well, he got away with it the first time. The second time, he did not. Back down to the round for young Gyun Lee, and that will be outside of a podium place for him. Disappointment.
I imagine he'd be got it with that.
That lady is the most wrapped up I've seen. She's very well protected from the cold here. Let's watch some replays on this. Reached up high, and then let's see this fall. It's because this was the first time he slipped and caught, right? Yeah, there it is. Ooh. He was kind of locked in with the right pick. And then let's see what happened here.
First, the left pick popped first.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, disappointment. It's not what you want for your home World Cup. And yeah, he's going to be thinking about that one for a while. Right, 2 women to go. And this lady I have ultimate respect for. Marion Salmon-Thomas. 8 months ago, she had her baby. And now she is back on the World Cup scene. We interviewed her, if you saw the VT, at the beginning of this video. And she was saying, look, things have changed. My body is different. I'm adapting to it in different ways, but it seems to be working. And boy, is it. I mean,
she's such an incredible ambassador for the sport. She really is. And she's just come back like with a vengeance this season. Marianne actually was in the podium last year when she was, I think, 4 or 5 months pregnant in one of the Continental Cups. And last year she took she wasn't competing in the World Cup, but she was there in France and she did an amazing job working with the organisers as kind of the athlete liaison officer. Did incredible work. She's so passionate about the sport.
She came and commentated with me, and she was brilliant doing that as well. It was so good to have her.
And now she's back just stronger than ever. So
when do you have time to have an 8-month-old baby and train that hard? Like anyone out there who thinks you don't have enough time, you do. Like, go find some. It's incredible what she's done.
Yeah, well, there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, exactly that. No, it's good to have her back. Right, and she qualified in second position. Looked strong during semis, nearly topped the route out. There was a little bit of a sort of an appeal going on about that. I'm not sure how that got worked out, but she's qualified in second here. Needs a top, though, for a gold medal.
Yeah, I think Marianne, she climbs fast. You know, that's she always has climbed fast. And I think originally she was a speed climber in... I could be wrong. Maybe in sports climbing.
Sounds good. Just say it with enough confidence. That sounds good.
So she's very strong sports climber as well, and she's been climbing I think for 8 years, ice climbing.
Yeah, looking great at the moment as she drops into the first of the ice barrels. Wants to move through here quickly, as we know. And Marianne has maybe not got the power she once did, according to her, but certainly the endurance is there still left over.
I think there's There's enough power.
You still think it's there?
Yeah.
I think she does herself down, like you do, for goodness sake, every single season, even. I'm not feeling it this year, Matt. And then you go and crush it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I know it can be so intimidating going out there, you know, and if you haven't trained,
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. You're always comparing yourself to your past self, and
Sure.
if there was a period of time when you did a huge amount of training, you're always going to compare it to that.
All right, well, let's see now. So 2 ice barrels to go. 5:02 on the clock. Drops in.
Yeah, she's moving pretty fast here.
Smooth work there in the transitions. Really like to see that.
Yeah, and you can see her, she's looking ahead at what's coming up next, making the plan.
A lot of Ale Marion coming through on YouTube. Thanks for your support, guys. Keep sending it. Hammer the heart button if you will. All right, makes the match on the tools, flicking those legs back and forth.
She is going right over.
Yeah, a bit different from most women who have kind of gone.
Yeah, but I think you want to be going up into that hold from a figure 4 position to get the most reach.
Okay.
And that was the position she was in, so she had to traverse one more.
All right. Oh, struggling there for that clip that time. Yes, so Haruku's score has been marked down for touching the structure with the feet at the first ice barrel, so that'd be way back on her score. So we thought we saw the touch, and yes, it has been decided that she was being penalised for that touch on the structure. Okay, Marion on the head wall now. Lots of climbing to go, but plenty of time, 3:30. She'll have to push, of course, but it's manageable in this time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people asking about how tall the wall is. Honestly, I can't exactly remember. The 30 metres in terms of perhaps the climbing they do, because it winds around the structure so much. In terms of the height of the actual wall, it's bigger than an IFSC wall, World Climbing Wall. So it's probably about 17, 18 metres, I think, up there.
Yeah, maybe a bit more.
Maybe a bit more?
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe over 20.
More over 20? Okay, so
Yeah.
really, really tall structure.
Have you climbed up there yet, Matt?
I've walked up there. I mean, there's a ladder now. I mean, you guys don't realise there's a staircase next to the wall. You just go up really easily. Yeah. Get all the glory, none of the work. But yes, I have been on top of it. It's a lot of fun up there. I'm not sure I'm allowed to be on top of it, but I went up there. Okay, so Marion on this tricky section around the blue volume here.
Yeah, she's moving really well. These big moves, no issue for her.
Yeah, none at all. Flicking those feet across. Good work from her. Into 5th position. And looking fresh, it's got to be said. A bit of a shakeout here, but this is looking very promising for Marion. If she tops the route...
want to get to the top. Yeah.
And it will come down to time at that point. So Kat was a minute something on it. We'll see when the scores are updated. She's got to get there first, of course. Quite hard moves to come. Gets the penultimate quick draw in. It's just slowed things down a little bit, which might be wise, because she knows there'll be a little boulder sequence coming up here. Some hard sections at the top of the wall. In 5th.
She's doing great.
Hauls the rope up. She's kind of standing on the rope. That's why that was, kind of wrapped around the foot. Yeah, there you go. Pings out now. Right, couple of holds to go. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Is this going to be a new provisional gold medalist here with just one to go?
I think she's faster than Kat.
I think so too, yeah. Doesn't want to hang around here too long.
Yeah.
Up with the left. One more pop to go. Can she nail it? She moves into provisional 2nd. Pushing Annetta down into the bronze medal position. Back and forth. The leap. Oh, she hits it statically.
Statically.
Very cool. Just needs to make the clip. No match necessary, and that should and does bump her up into first. So the question mark is there because of this time thing, but I think that is quick enough. I want some confirmation. I might be getting some confirmation. Cat had 31 seconds left, so that should be the win for Marion then. Yeah,
Well done, Marion.
Yeah, I mean, good. If you come back from that and win your first World Cup, I mean, oh my goodness, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? What a story. She looks disappointed. Someone tell her. Yeah, look, gold medal at the moment. Surprised. Oh, what quality. Well done, Marion. Awesome stuff.
Amazing.
Then the tears set
in.
I mean, on it, I can't even fathom how she's done that.
Incredible, yeah.
Oh, so badass. So amazing. All right, well, she moves into the provisional goal. Just one to go for the women. Kim Jin-young will be up next. And Reza will be about to come out for the men. And he's warming up. Sorry, Luna out for the men. And he's warming up down on the floor as we watch Marion's last moments here. What a lovely moment.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah, no drama through that. It was controlled throughout.
Totally.
Strong stuff. Okay, Luna Ladavant, as the wind really picks up in the stadium, actually. People are moving out of the way here from the cold. Luna more than capable of winning this World Cup here.
And these climbers, they've been in isolation now for a few hours. It's kind of an odd place to be. Because you're there at the end on your own.
Yeah.
And
it empties out slowly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is a lot of time. Isolation can be a funny place. You have to really be able to deal with the kind of the emotion of the competition and the anxiety, and no one's fully 100% confident. So, yeah.
Yeah, and there's no, obviously you're not allowed Bluetooth devices. It's not like you can scroll Instagram endlessly. You just have to focus on what's ahead. And
you do.
I think I'd struggle with that, to be honest. I think I'd overthink it a bit.
Yeah, like it's one of those places. There's just people are burning. There's so much energy being burnt there, and you see everyone has different techniques of dealing with the stress. And some people are, reading a book. Some people are just trying to have a little sleep. Some people are sharpening all their tools and equipment. So, yeah, you just kind of, I think the more you compete, the more you kind of find your flow. Yeah,
absolutely. We're not allowed cameras into isolation, but I would love one there. It's one of those things I completely understand why there isn't.
Yeah.
But God, I'd love to see it. I'd love to be nosy. It's kind of secrets for the select few, the 1% of climbers who have, and I think they've earned that privilege to have a little bit of privacy. But I'm still nosy.
Yeah. It's not that exciting, actually, madam.
Don't tell me that. I've got dreams of what happens in there. It's, parties, Red Bull flowing, wonderful stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty of Red Bull. I think
there is that. That's
one
true.
thing is always guaranteed.
Yeah. So Luna looking good on the ice. He's got quite a lot of experience climbing on real ice, does this man?
He does indeed. Luna and Tristan are, as we said before, great ambassadors for the sport. And do a lot of natural ice climbing, a lot of expeditions, a lot of rock climbing. And
I think I'm right to say they've just bought a house in Annecy as well, which is near Chamonix. Right. So we'll look forward to seeing him up in the mountains at some point. And looking very quick at the moment as well. 4:45 left on the clock for Luna Ladavant. Will he be the first to top this men's route? I'd love to see it.
And actually, I think that they have never been on the podium in Korea.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong, but I...
Don't look at me. My memory goes. I know they didn't last year because they fell off a jump. Something happened last year.
I think Luna has 5 World Cup titles from Saas-Fee. So that's his kind of...
That's his home.
It's his home, yeah.
And they made that reach up to the screws really simple here as well. Looking strong as Luna Ladavant. Dry tooling, says Ale Luna. Someone's saying they look like expeditionists. I'm not sure what an expeditionist looks like. I'd imagine them to be beardy and unkept, but he doesn't look beardy and unkept at all. Right, big volumes to come. Got to be precise through here, of course. This is the floating... Can I call it a floating undercling then? What do I call it?
Yeah, like, yeah, there is no exact
There's no term,
technical.
right?
Yeah,
So
like
I can make
people
it up.
call it a floating hold. Yeah,
Because to me, a
floating under.
Floating under, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it when I can make stuff up.
Well, we did say the sport is evolving, Matt.
That's
so-
true. I could put my stuff. I've already had the kangaroo kick. You know, that's in the dictionary now.
Yeah, so you can see he kind of made this move look quite easy.
That's such a Luna move, isn't it? That sort of
Yeah.
horizontal body position.
And
Drive.
You see, kind of opposite to what Virgil, he's really pulling it across his body and moving up with his right arm to keep it in place.
Yeah, it took him a few attempts to hook it. Has got it now, and he's moving up into provisional silver. 26 on the board. 30 is gold. Kicks left. Trust that left pick. Sorry, the left crampon. Edges his way up. He's surely, no,
Very
not gold medal
smooth.
yet.
Oh, little pop there in the right hand.
He's got so much time as well. 2:27 on the
Yeah.
clock.
He's got plenty of time. I think we could see a top. I don't want to jinx it.
Being screamed at from below. Oh, is he? No, he wasn't. They're really stretching up on this clip, which I do think is clever because I think Kim climbed. I think Kim would have been in trouble with that clip.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, irrelevant.
Yeah.
We'll never know. Right,
think-
little skip dyno to come here, and I know people have been waiting for this one. No, but Luna does occasionally miss these kind of moves. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
I'm
I've
going
just
to get this one.
crossed all of mine. Come on, Luna.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, it's so cool. The Luna float over, not the Yanya flick, the Luna float.
Yeah, that was great. This is now...
What's that hold?
I think it's like it's actually a little bit side under.
Ah, okay. So has he misread that one when he came up?
So I think.
I think there's a hole up there.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's holding.
Yeah, and he's in gold medal position with
Yeah.
just one to go, so
Nice.
guaranteed
Come on.
silver.
It would be great to see a top here.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? 1 minute on the clock here. Into the side pull,
Super.
Luna looking good. He's got to go from left to right in a minute though, but he's got plenty of time. That's the last quick draw as well, so
Yeah.
no more clipping.
2 more holds. I think it's quite a big jump at the end.
It is, isn't it? Long launch.
Oh, no, it doesn't look so far from here, maybe.
Maybe you can lock it off and static it out. I think I saw the setters actually testing that earlier on. I think it's
Yeah.
similar to the women's, maybe a bit easier if you just could pop for it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Will we see our first top? It's not a time
Come
thing.
on, Luna.
If you can execute this move, he gets set. The crowd hold their breath. No, he's
Nice.
not.
Got it.
Oh, I thought he'd drop that. He hit the left pick into the barrel there, and it nearly pinged him off. I thought he was gone, but
Yeah.
he's not. He gets the top.
Oh, wow. Just in time. Amazing.
Awesome stuff from Luna.
Yeah.
Matches it anyway. Says hello to the
Super.
cameraman on the top of the wall, who's been waiting patiently for someone to top that route out. Good stuff from Luna. Well, has the career curse been beaten for Luna Ladavant? Only Reza can beat him now. We'll have to see.
Super. That's what I think the route setters will be happy now as well.
Yeah,
One
that's
person to the top.
job done, isn't it? And look, good separation as well. A few in the 25s, and then down to 24 for Whitley there, who had that first amazing World Cup for him. That was the only really, and it's not even a mistake, this stuff happens, but it took him 2 goes to get it, and apart from that, he was absolutely on fire throughout that run.
Totally.
Here as well, very accurate. It's a
Yeah.
weird looking hold, that, eh? It's like a V almost. And then that's where I thought he got. No, he didn't hit it. He knocked off some ice. I think my eyes followed the ice down, and I was like, oh, he's fallen off. But then I realised he was
He's still
he
there.
was still there.
Super.
Yeah, great stuff from Luna. Okay, so climbing is our final female athlete. Kim Jin-young is out and about on the wall. Currently our top 3 is Marion, Kat, and then Annetta.
So this girl is really fascinating. She was kind of started the ice climbing in speed, and it's actually her first lead World Cup.
No way.
Yeah, but she climbs with just such authority. She's loving being out there. She's quite powerful, and she's just going for it.
Yeah, and she's
So-
quite good, it turns out, as well.
She really is, yeah, and fast.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right, let's see what she can do. Some big moves here. She's a bit smaller, I think, in terms of height. So we'll need to do some big stretches here. But yeah, qualifying for the top spot in your first finals is pretty impressive, isn't
Yeah,
it?
incredible. Jin Young, she works as a sports climbing manager in one of the outdoor walls in Korea. That's kind of a thing in Korea. There, every park or most parks have a kind of outdoor structure that's normally run by the government, but is a proper full height climbing wall. Like, yeah, amazing facility. So that's what she does. So
That's cool. Yeah, Korea is a bit of a dry tooler's paradise as well. There's so many specific dry tooling gyms or gyms that feature dry tooling routes. And it's I know a lot of you athletes come quite early to this competition for jet lag and for training.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I lived in Korea for a long time, so it's kind of the climbing is the reason I kind of stayed here for so long as well.
Question coming in about clothes. Other than the gloves, are there any requirements clothes-wise? You've got to wear long sleeves, haven't you?
You do. You have to wear long sleeves and long pants as well. And actually a new requirement this year, we're requiring everyone to wear either something which shows which country they're from. So either the country code, as you can see, she has it in her helmet. And that's a new requirement this year.
Yes, some of the clothing companies not quite up to date on that one. It's why these athletes have put it on their helmets.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think we had one speed climber disqualified yesterday. There's always, when these new rules comes in, there's always a bit of a transition for people to get used to them. So, but it is kind of nice, that for people following, that they can distinguish who's who.
And it will be a requirement if we get the Olympics. So I think it's important to put these things into place now. Someone saying a harness is important. Yes.
Yes.
Harness is required. True. Socks. Shoes. Actually, maybe not socks. Helmet for sure.
Yeah.
Right, Ice Barrel's here. She's getting cheered on by her home crowd, who are very, very vocal. Great to see down there on the floor.
And I think we have to give a shout out as well to Cheongsong and the kind of KAF as well, because this World Cup actually wasn't going to happen this year. There had been really bad fires here in the summer, and the local government who sponsored this entire wall, they had a lot of other things that they had to pay for, and the Korean Alpine Federation worked really hard to try and find a way to make the World Cup work, and we're just so grateful that they've been able to pull it off.
Sorry, yeah, it was very close. Yes, you're totally correct, and you can see the evidence of the fires, and yeah, obviously heart goes out to the victims of that, but she nearly dropped that right tool there. That was very, very close.
Yeah, I think that's the thing watching Jin Young. She is so fast, and she's kind of she's so go ahead that sometimes it can be a little bit
wild.
Bit scary, a little bit wild, yeah. But it's great to see, this kind of new level of enthusiasm in the sport.
Absolutely. Well, that's the eye axe buried in. She should have no issues really with these moves. Good climbing from her so far. Nice flow. Yeah, moves the weight over to that left hand. Okay, these good holds to come will allow her a moment. Didn't stay around on the ice very long. I think if she wants to win this, she has got to be quick. Two athletes getting tops so far.
3 minutes on the clock.
It's a bit slower than Marion was. She was about 3:30 at this stage.
I think.
All right.
You can hear the cheers from here.
Yeah, the crowd are absolutely on their feet down there, braving the cold. Kicks into the roof. Now, let's see how she handles the power tech up high here on this route. She's done the endurance-y bit. Let's see if she's got anything left in the tank. Gold medal on the line, possibly here. Our final climber out.
If she can navigate this technical terrain, it'll be very impressive. And
Yeah.
you know, considering her level of experience in the sport.
Yeah, it's game time for her there. Takes a breath. Right, into the first of those hooks. This shouldery move as she kicks the feet across. The wind howling there. Look at that. Wow. YouTube, don't go quiet on me. Keep your comments coming. Smash that heart button. Let's cheer her on right now. Our last athlete.
Nice. Come on. There we go.
Great work. She's looking so solid at the moment. Yep, latches that in.
You can see that she's still going strong.
That quick draw being nice and long means you can grab it, pretty much any part of it, so no worries about missing the clip on this. Yeah, there we go.
It's a clever way against clip. She's definitely feeling the pump here, but she's going to keep going.
I don't think she's fast enough to win it, but that silver medal is right there up for grabs. Kat had 37 seconds on the clock. Looking like she's not going to fall, so needs to keep pressing.
I think she'll have to keep moving. She
Yeah.
really wants to.
Her teammates telling her that. Super
Yeah.
speedy, everyone's commenting. Yeah, she is indeed. There's the swing. She's in sixth, though. It shows how much things can change in just a couple of holds here. Oh, no, that's not what you want, though. A bit of a fiddle as the wind blows.
Yeah.
42 seconds on the clock. She's ignoring it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe a better position she thinks she can get into. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's smart from her there.
Smart, yeah.
Pump brain, not a thing for her. Good thinking. 28 seconds. Double clip, you think?
I think she's going to go for the hold.
Oh, she is. Look, locks it in.
She knows the time is running.
This will push Annetta down. Up she goes. Doesn't have the clip, but the points are on the board. That's a medal for her. Fantastic stuff. And gets the clip. 8 seconds. She's going to get timed out. She will stay in bronze medal.
God.
Oh, she's topped it as well. Fair play. She might have time, but regardless.
Yeah. Wow, what a performance.
Yeah, wow. First finals, eh?
Yeah, she's one to watch for the future.
Unreal. Well done, Korea.
Well done.
Well, it will get updated, but that will be the bronze medal for her, which means Marion will win gold. Unbelievable. And I get to go and interview her in a minute. I'm well chuffed for that one.
That's, incredible.
There is Team Korea, who is screaming up at her. And yeah, she's just realised it as well. Medal for her. And there is confirmation of it. 36 pushes Annetta down into fourth. Marion will win, and Kat in silver. That's our top three. Okay, the action not over yet. Our final athlete is on the stage in the bright yellow as we just watched that fumbled clip. Might have, it could have been a problem, wasn't eventually. And the wind is howling right now. Wow. It's the windiest it's been as Reza starts up, and the quick draws themselves are being blown around. This is going to make things very, very challenging for Reza here. As you can see, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen it quite that windy.
Yeah, it is. It's incredibly windy. I know there has been kind of storm warnings here since yesterday, and the route setters were not able to use the lift early in the morning as well before the semi-finals, but then it kind of calmed down. But
well, Reza will try to ignore this as much as possible. Hopefully there'll be some let up in the gusts that are whistling through here. This stadium is kind of at the end of the valley, and it does tend to funnel all the weather into us.
I think it'll be no issue for Mohamed Reza. Mohamed Reza was a firefighter, I think. Yeah, that was his job. He actually recently moved to Canada, and I think he's working in rope access now in Canada. So I think he's probably well used to being out in the extreme kind of conditions. And he's just off the back of winning the gold medal in speed yesterday. So
Yeah, true. Such a good performance.
unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a real all-rounder, isn't he?
He really is, and a super nice guy. He's done a lot as well in Canada with the kind of development of the team. I think it's in Vancouver he's living. So, you know, he's given back to the sport as well.
Yeah, no, it's good to see. Yeah, he's always a fun climber to watch too, and he will get deep into the head wall unless something goes wrong here. People are commenting about the trees blowing in the background. Yeah, it's the storm has arrived here. We've been getting warnings on our phones all day about this weather, and I think it's turning up right now. But Reza will ignore it, kicks the foot really high up onto the wall there. And he's getting lots of support online as well here. Right, clips in, ice barrels ahead. And look at the holes that have developed in those ice barrels. They were little screws originally. They're sort of gaping holes now. Quick work from Reza. Flicks the feet around, drops down.
He's very efficient in these kind of moves.
Did he skip the square barrel?
He did, yeah.
Smart stuff from him. All right, hanging for a second, brings those feet up. Wow, he's not sitting on that barrel like some have done. Has the strength to go up high.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's climbing really well. Like
he is, isn't he?
If he keeps this up, he can definitely make it to the top.
4 minutes 15 seconds on the clock here. Suspended above the ground in a really cool position. Our final climber here, and if you are just joining us, you have missed a heck of a competition. Do go back and watch this. We are on the last climber on the men's route here, going for gold. Luna Ladamount topped the route out, the only male climber to do so far. Mohamed Reza will attempt to be the second here. People are saying he's quick. Yeah, he is quick.
He is, yeah.
3:44, he's got to keep pushing through here. The difficulty steps up as we hit the head wall. It's funny, I've only really seen one athlete kick into these holds. Clearly the beauty of them has been putting athletes off. Ah, there we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? Oh, it hurts. So that's our leaderboard at the moment. Youngkyun Lee with 25 in a precarious position here. He might end up fourth here if Reza can pull something out.
And he's taken this from the under, which is we haven't seen anybody else do it this way before, but it's holding. But I'm not sure if we'll be able to get the leverage to move up.
Yeah, he's crept the hands down, hasn't he? He's very high grip.
Yeah. Let's see.
Whoa, such trust in the tool placement on that one.
If he can get enough strength to reach up, it's so far. Let's see. No, I don't.
I think he's going to have to change something here, isn't he? He's very low on it.
I'm not, yeah.
So you think moving the hand down the handle?
It's moving it to the front. The way he had it under was just, he's managed to change.
So physical though. I mean, this is a really tensioned position to be in for this long, and he can't get any rest from it.
And he knows he has to hit it on the first go.
No, he doesn't, and nearly fell.
Yeah.
Reza might be in some trouble here. He is in third though with that one. So medal there for sure.
Yeah, I think he lost a bit of energy. Come on. Nice.
Right, it's not. If it comes down to time, Luna had an awful lot of time left. He's had he did it. Well, it says 7:23. I've been told. I don't quite know what that means, but he only had a few. 7:23 from 7:30. Yeah, so he did it with about 7 seconds. So he's not going to do it in terms of the win on this one, but he might get to Kim's 30 here. He's got plenty of time to do it. He is a speed climber though, so you never know. Okay, so kicking into that banner, misses the first time, misses the second time, gets it on the third time of asking, buried deep into that pocket. 1 minute on the clock, 29 his score now. Can it be silver? You never know. I mean, maybe he'll jump his way up, but he's got not very much time to do it, about 50 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, Dino first, and then let's
Consider
reset.
that's less than 10 seconds for each hole.
Not a lot, is it?
No, he's going to go for it though.
He's held it,
Nice.
so that's going to be silver.
Yeah.
Up into this strange V-shaped hold. Searches,
Come on.
gets it. Is he going to prove me wrong? Surely not. Surely third. And remember, but to be fair, this is a bit of a guide, the time, so
Okay.
it will be closer than we're seeing it as.
Yeah.
Shaking out that clip to come. A big stretch. I don't think he's got the time. He's got to go all the way left and then back all the way right.
Okay, yeah. He'll be close.
It will be close, but I think
Yeah.
Luna Ladavant is about to break the Korean curse here
Yeah.
and take his first gold medal. Up he goes. Our time is out. I'm listening for the... And there is the announcement. So that means that he will stay in second position with that. He'll go for the jump anyway. Oh, takes the fall. Leaves the ice
Nice.
sacks behind. It then falls. Wow.
Still, what an epic climb.
What an epic climb, eh? Well, listen, everyone, if you are watching, I'm going to go away a little bit, go down to the front of the stage and interview our winners. So do stick with us. We'll leave you with some lovely shots. And Emit, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thanks so much for having me, Matt.
You were nervous about this, but you were brilliant. Like, absolutely crushed it. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks a lot.
And I
Yeah.
hope you continue with your not strong but amazing strength season that you seem to have every single year. Best of luck for the rest of them.
Thanks so much, Matt.
I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with these shots. Go down to the front, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
That's the end of the final. Please give a big round of applause to all our finalists. And thank you to everyone who joined us today. We will proceed to the award and closing ceremony shortly.
자, 스피드 선수분들 시상태로 스피드 선수분들께서는 선수 라벤티를 해주시기 바라겠습니다. 남녀 스피드 부문 시상태 우리 선수분들께서는 선수단 팬티리아 쪽으로 와주시기 바라겠습니다.
Athletes who want to be called, please go to the cafeteria. Olga Kosek, Aneta Lutecka, Catalina Shirley. Muhammad Reza Cafeteria, Saikan Jaya Udon Bayar, Musa Desira.
Siurana was the last stronghold of the Moorish Empire. Due to its rocky landscape, it created this impenetrable fortress and took hundreds of years for the Christian invasion, which happened in the 12th century. Siurana is a village known for its resistance. Whether it be the Moorish Empire, the Christian invasion, the walls and the climbing, and the village is still here today. Its resistance against time is undefeatable. However, in addition to coming to Siurana to learn about history, people now come here to do something different too.